Hi aspirants, welcome back to my channel. So, yesterday we have started a topic called Indian rivers and water resources of 10th class social science. The people who did not watch the video, you can watch it by taking the link given in the description. This is the continuous of the part 12. Now, coming to the topic. Yesterday, in the part 1, we have discussed about different types of rivers. There are two most important river systems in India, such as Himalayan river system and Peninsular river system. Their tributaries, source of water, etc. were discovered in the last video. And today, we are going to come across the different concept that is most important as per the textbook. Now, let us go into the detail. So, once you get find on the board what I have written, it is Tungabhadra River Basin Conflicts. Now, in the yesterday video, I already mentioned that Tungabhadra River is the tributary of Bhashna River, which is a peninsula river. Now, from here, we are going to learn the two types of case studies. Where the people who have utilized water properly for the irrigation and also for the domestic purpose, and they became an ideal to the other people. At the same time, we are going to also come across the conflicts which were happening in the sharing of water as episodes between different states in our country. Now let us start. You all know that water is an important natural resources for the survival and existence of different living organisms. Not only human beings, all the organisms are require water for their survival. Now, water has different types of uses, mainly industrial use and also agricultural use and domestic purpose. Now, coming to the actual part of the lesson, Tungabhadra River conflicts. Tungabhadra, being a tributary of Krishna River, it has a huge catchment area of around 71,470 square kilometers. It flows through three states, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Telangana. Majority of the catchment area of Tungabhadra River is in Karnataka, and the minor portion of water is received to Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. The land which is around this area are farmlands. 80% of the population are dependent upon the farming. So they usually require huge amount of water for the cultivation. A dam was constructed across the Tungabhadra to provide water to the different remote areas, villages. The water was transported to the proper canal system, even though there are many villages in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana which are completely rain-fed. Majority of the water is supplied to the Karnataka region where they usually grow the crops. Here the conflict began in sharing of the water among the three states. The construction of the dam has also exploited the niche. Most number of trees were cut down, deforestation was happening to bring the narrow lines into the termination. Now, as those lines were brought under the consideration, the requirement for the water got increased. Into the overexploitation of the water, the deforestation led to the permanent damage of the water resources. there were no proper measures were taken during the iron ore extraction, mining, and also manganese extraction. Iron ore extraction year ago, it was done in Kundremukh. Manganese was done in Sandar. These are the two important places where the extraction was done. This is the one of the most important multiple choice we can expect in the exam. Now, there were different reasons that exploited the Tungabhadra river. For example, the new type of industries were set up in Tungabhadra basin. 27 large industrial units and 2,500 plus small industrial units were set up in between the Tungabhadra basin, which led to requirement of huge amount of water that ultimately made the exploitation of the water without the rechargeability. That made to lose the water, and it does not probably made for the given the support to sustainable development. This is one scenario. This is one case study. Yeah. The next case study, which we are going to learn, is Hiware Bazaar. This case study is an example of rational use of water, proper use of water. Hiware Bazaar, it is a small village. It is located at Ahmednagar district in Maharashtra. It is a drought-prone village. That means it usually receives a very less average rainfall, around 400 millimeters. As the name itself tells that, as it is a drought-prone area, mostly the crops that we cultivate should also be a semi-arid crops, because we cannot cultivate paddy, sugarcane, which require huge amount of water as like that which was done in Tungabhadra basin. Now, this particular village, Hiware Bazaar, has covered with Adarsh Gram Yojana. It is a best repose considered to be as a best village in the Maharashtra. To get this award, which was the government of Maharashtra has set up with some preconditions to get eligible for that. Before that, the people in the Hiware Bazaar, they protected the water. They utilized the water in a proper method by constructing the CCT, nothing but continuous contour trenches on the hills that prevented the soil erosion, water harvesting. The prevention of soil erosion led to the increase in the soil fertility. The afforestation, the promotion, growth of new plants, which made the rainfall to stop at the trees, that increased the groundwater level. These were the different things which were taken up by the Hiware Bazaar people. At last, they succeeded in the result. In addition to that, as I told you earlier, Maharashtra government has set some preconditions to get an eligible for Adarsh Gram Yojana. Those preconditions were, you can see here, Kurhat Bandi. Bandi means bad. There are 4 bandis: Kurhat Bandi, Cherai Bandi, Nasbandi, and Nashabandi. What does this mean? For example, look at the Kurhat Bandi. Ban on felling trees. No, the people who were living in the Hiware Bazaar, those people took a oath that they are not going to cut down the trees as ever they wish. And how do they wish? There was a complete ban on cutting off trees. In the same way, Cherai Bandi ban on free grazing. Nasbandi, family planning they adopted to control the population. Nashabandi ban on liquor and Stremadan voluntarily physical labor. So these were the different preconditions. They were set by the government of Maharashtra. They were properly exhibited by the Hivare Bazaar. That's why they were awarded with Adarsh Gram Yojana. Then what was the result? The result is the village which earlier suffered with drought conditions due to the proper implementation of water harvesting, water conservation. Now, these people are able to cultivate the crop even during the summer months when there is no proper rainfall. They're able to cultivate some crop. They haven't concentrated on sugarcane, paddy, or any other crop which usually consumes a lot amount of water. They just concentrated on easy millets so that they can cultivate them easily without depending much on the water. This is about all today. And the thing what we supposed to know is there are few important questions from this chapter which we could expect from this topic. Those are first, look at it. Tungabhadra River Basin conflicts. That Tungabhadra River flows among how many states? The first question. Among how many states the Tungabhadra River flows? 3 states: AP, Karnataka, and Telangana. Tungabhadra has the highest catchment area in which among the following states? Second question. It is in Karnataka. Next. Iron ore extraction was found in which part of which part? This is the name of the city, Kundrevuk. Manganese at Sander. These two things in the matching synchronicity. Which among the following village has awarded with Adarsh Gram Yojana? Hivare Bazar. Hivare Bazar, a village which was awarded with Adarsh Gram Yojana, was located among which among the following states? Maharashtra, Ahmednagar district. You can frame the question. Now, what are the different preconditions set by the government of Maharashtra to get eligible for Adarsh Gram Yojana? This would be one question. And we can also expect the bandis will be given one side and those meanings will be given the other side. You supposed to know them, what actually they are talking about, what actually they mean. Matchings. So these are the questions, almost 5 to 6 questions we can make from here, and that are important for this topic. In yesterday's class also, Himalayan and Peninsular River, debates and questions, which we felt important. So in this point of view, we supposed to learn for the exam. Thank you, as Brooks.